Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to see a beautiful chapter from the second semester BCom, Ruled Britannia by Kamala Das. Kamala Das, Malayalam pen name Madhavikutti, Muslim name Kamala Suraya, an Indian author who wrote openly and frankly about female sexual desire and the experience of being an Indian woman. Das was a part of a generation of Indian writers whose work centered on personal rather than the colonial experiences, and her short stories, poetry, memoirs, and essays brought her respect and notoriety in equal measures. Das wrote both in English and under the pen name Madhavikutti in the Malayalam language. Her mother, Nalapatta Balamaniamma, was a well-known poet, and father, B.M. Nair, was an automobile company executive and a journalist. She grew up in what is now Kerala and in Calcutta, where her father worked. She began writing poetry when she was a child. When she was 15 years old, she got married with Madhavadas, a banking executive many years her senior, and they moved to Mumbai. Madhavikutti had three sons and did her writing at night. Das' poetry collections include A Summer in Calcutta, which was published in 1965, and The Dissidents, which came in 1967, and The Old Playhouse and Other Poems in 1973. Subsequent English language work included the novel Alphabet of Lust, which came in 1976, and the short stories A Doll for the Child Prostitute, which came in 1977, and Padmavati the Harlot in 1992. Notable among her many Malayalam books were the short story collection Thanupu, which came in 1967, and the memoir Balyakala Smaranagal, which came in 1987. Perhaps her best known book was an autobiography, which first appeared as a series of columns in the weekly Malayalam Nadu, and then in the Malayalam as Enta Katha, which was published in 1973, and finally in English as My Story, which came in 1976. A shockingly intimate work, it came to be regarded as a classic. In later life, that said that parts of the book were fictional. In 1999, she controversially converted to Islam, renaming herself as Kamala Suraya. She received many literary awards, including the Asian World Prize for Literature in 1985. My Story is an autobiographical book written by the Indian author and poet Kamala Das. The book was originally published in Malayalam titled Yendakatha. The book invoked violent reactions of admiration and criticism among the readers and critics. It remains to be, to date, the best-selling woman's autobiography in India. My Story is a chronologically ordered, a linear narrative written in a realist style. In the book, Das recounts the trials of her marriage and her painful self-awakening as a woman and writer. The entire account written in the format of a novel. Though My Story was supposed to be an autobiography, Das later admitted that there was plenty of fiction in it. The story, entitled Rule Britannia, is chapter 1 from her book My Story. The author recollects her childhood in Calcutta during the British ruled India. The British family used to have one or two close friends among the Indians with whom they were on visiting terms. Her father superior, named Rose, used to call her father my good friend Naya, which used to thrill everyone at home. She recollects her memory of visiting the Malabar, and lending her cook to Mrs. Rose in order to train him the rudiments of the European cookery. Instead of rice and curry, he served them soups and a stew. For her mother, he cooked a plate of rice and lentils because he felt that it was too late to change her taste. The cook considered them as savages, having seen them their food etiquettes. Her father used to sell Rolls Royce, Humbers, and Bentleys to the Indian princes and their relatives at the automobile firms. Her mother used to compose poems in Malayalam. There was no full time maid at that time. There was a strong relationship between the cook and this family. Her brother was the cleverest in the class, while the white boys used to make a fun of him and torture him by pushing a pointed pencil up to his nostril. The author shares an incident where her brother was hit by White William, and this incident was not informed to her parents. The school would get distinguished a visitor, a governor's wife, a white mustached admiral, or a lady in grey silk claiming relationship with the family of the Buckingham Palace. On the arrival of the foreign dignitaries, the national anthem, a Rule Britannia, was being played louder than the others. Students used to sing Britons never shall be slaves. Even the postman crossing the school would slow down to listen. In this way, British were singing in India their swan song. Shirley's temple portrait was always placed on the wall behind the piano, and a classmate named Shirley used to carry a bouquet on such occasion. The author recalls how the poem that she composed was acclaimed by Shirley and appreciated by the dignitaries. When the visitors arrived, the brown the brown children were always hidden, swept under the carpet, told to wait in the corridor behind the lavatories where the school ayahs kept them company. Hence, in this extract, my story, Kamaladas brings out a picture of a colonial atmosphere which had set in schools as well as at home, and also show how the principle was prejudiced by the Europeans. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.